All right. Welcome. I'm Ryan, the founder of Veteran Social, and we are really excited. We're about to bring you an AI 101 class from Kenneth Ray Hunt, U.S. Army veteran and founder of Blue Ronin, which is one of our, I like to say that they're a proud sponsor of Veteran Social. They'll have to say whether or not they're proud or not, but they're definitely powering this webinar. It's going to be very exciting, and we're going to learn quite a bit today over the next few minutes. One thing, as you can see up on the screen, this is actually the Veteran Social virtual community, and we want you to be a part of it. You can see there, we're not hiding our numbers. We have 354 people, and right now we have 126 icons on the map. So we definitely want you to join us. I'm going to put the link for the community down below, but without further ado, let me bring on Kenneth Ray Hunt, and you're going to notice something right away. I'm the more handsome one, but you're also going to notice that our last names are the same, and that's for a reason. This is not only an Army veteran and an entrepreneur, which I share two things with him, but a third, we're actually related by blood. And I don't know if I am proud to say that, and excited that you're here, and I am ready to learn. We have some people already from Tampa, Florida. David's in Tampa, Florida, and we have some Southern Californian love also coming in. So we're hitting both the east and the right coast and the left coast here, Kenneth. But without further ado, I'm going to let you take over the mic and get out of your way.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you guys for your time. For those of you that are here live currently, I do appreciate you guys joining, and then anybody who might be watching this after hours as well, or after the recording. And hi there, Daniel from San Antonio. Good morning. I see you guys there. And hi, Mike from New Jersey. I see you there as well. South California over here. Deborah joining in. David joining in from Tampa. Thank you guys. Good morning. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. And by the way, I am a proud sponsor of Veteran Social Summit. I'm excited to be here and to hopefully share some value. I am related to my uncle. I'll let you decide who is the more handsome one, though. So today we're going to be starting off with the basics of AI and, let's say, the foundation of AI 101. From there, we're going to bridge into how to practically apply and deploy artificial intelligence inside of your business. For those of you that are already more experienced, let's say, with artificial intelligence, please bear with me. I want this foundation class to be very, very fundamental, so we're building off of a great cornerstone. So today's agenda, we're going to divide this into two parts. Part one will be the personal AI impact. So we'll talk about AI 101. We'll do a brief live demonstration. We'll proceed to any questions and answers in a few moments. From there, we will bridge over to part two, which is talking all about AI in your business. And we will expose 3 silent revenue killers and how AI can permanently fix those issues as well. And then at the end, of course, we will do closing remarks, and any final questions and answers from the community will be accepted at that time. So without further ado, let's dive right in. AI, what is it? Let's start with the mindset of how we approach AI. AI is a force multiplier. Just like a hammer is independent and has no use without the wielder, without the user, the master carpenter, the master laborer picks up the hammer and can create something beautiful or create something not as beautiful. Iron Man was just a suit without Tony Stark in it, but with Tony Stark in engaging inside of the suit here, he was able to multiply himself. An amp, same thing. A master guitar player, when he plugs into the amp, it's going to multiply and amplify the sound. Think of AI as the same thing. But let's talk about the other side of the coin, which is AI is something for us to resist. It's something for us to be fearful of. It's danger, Will Robinson. But here's the truth. The reality is that we all know, especially as entrepreneurs, that fear catches our attention. Fear is rooted down to our most basic need to survive. It stems to our biology, and it really triggers us to act. So people use fear as a manipulation tactic constantly, but the truth is we have a choice. We can either choose to be fearful of AI and resist it and not engage with it, or we can accept the reality that AI is here and we can do something about it. Historically, when electricity was first invented, they thought that it was actually dangerous to have electric current going through our homes. When the automobile was invented, they actually quote, they said it was a menace to society. The internet was going to expose all our private data, and AI only continues there. But the truth is that history strongly disagrees with the fear that is wrapped around it. Every generation gets at least one, if not more, opportunities. We went from horsepowers to automobiles to calculators to GPSs to the World Wide Web to now artificial intelligence and beyond from there. The truth is, we probably wouldn't want to give back any of these modern creature comforts that we've come to know and love. So if it's here and we can't stop it, what are we going to do about it? I believe that as veterans, we're called to a greater mission and a greater purpose. All of us at one point decided to commit to a higher calling in our life and to serve something greater than just ourselves. We wanted to serve our country, our community, and our family on a larger impact. As veterans and as entrepreneurs, we have the ability to understand the necessity to receive a mission and to execute that mission. Well, artificial intelligence needs a user and it needs a mission. And with us as military veterans, with our ability to have high integrity and to be able to adapt to pressure and modify tools and work with new technology, we can be the tip of the spear and in leading the new culture that is to follow from artificial intelligence. So the choice is, what will we create moving forward? So this was just a little bit about the mindset. Now let's talk about what AI actually is in plain English, no jargon. The AI is basically, the bottom line up front, a very fast, well-trained AI assistant. It's a very well-read assistant, and that is it. All you have to do is talk to it, it helps you, and that's it. So think of it like talking to the most intelligent person in your circle, but you can talk to it 24/7, 365 days a year. So here are 3 tools that I recommend when starting with AI. It really doesn't matter which one you use. You can use ChatGPT. It's excellent for strategy. It's excellent for brainstorming and just working with. Claude is another excellent tool. A lot of business owners tend to like this one a little bit more. I believe that its ability to write is probably superior than ChatGPT. Gemini, I've used the least, but it's integrated with Google, so it's very useful to deploy there. But truth be told, guys, when you're first starting off with artificial intelligence, just pick one, get used to it, play with it, become familiar with it. And then after a few months, try another one, and then you'll start to see the differences as to which one you prefer mostly. Personally, I use both ChatGPT and Claude at this point, depending on what project I'm working on. Here, I'm going to be gifting you guys, if you have the ability to take a screenshot of this. I'll ask Ryan to email this to everybody that attends the webinar so you have access to it. Don't try to read it. It's way too much text right now for you to read. But this is a great format for when you generate your prompt. Think about when you prompt AI, what you put in is going to be multiplied coming out. So if you put garbage in, you're going to have a big pile of garbage coming out. But if you put something great in, you're going to have that multiplied coming out as well. So this is just a bit of a format for you to use when you are prompting ChatGPT or Claude or whatever AI that you decide to use. So for me, I decided to break down life into 6 major pillars. So these 6 major pillars, and you can adapt this and change it to whatever it is that you believe or you want to break it up. It could be more, it could be less. I break down life into major buckets. So spirituality, family, personal growth, a finance and wealth bucket, a health bucket, and then a learning bucket as well. So each one of these buckets, you can create a project within your artificial intelligence platform and explore further. And we're going to dive into some examples in just a moment. Of course, you can use it in business as well. And in a moment, we'll talk about that. So let's go ahead and have some fun here and switch over to ChatGPT. So what I like to do is actually dictate because it's just a little bit more efficient. Good morning, ChatGPT. You are live with Veteran Social Summit and myself on a webinar right now. Go ahead and introduce yourself. As you can see here, it'll say good morning. It'll introduce itself. Now let's go ahead and have some fun with it. Go ahead and draft me an email saying thank you for yesterday's interview. So now we'll go ahead and draft us an email. We can read through this. Now, if we want to start polishing it, we can continue to add to it. Make this email tone more confident and enthusiastic. You push this in and it will spit out something more enthusiastic for us. Hi, thank you again for taking the time to meet me yesterday. I genuinely enjoyed our conversation. So now, write this email in the style of Jocko Willink. If you don't know who he is, he's a Navy SEAL who has some pretty fun content out there for us. So here I can see it's just already a little bit more direct, right? Let's say we wanted to create a marketing tool for someone. Chat, go ahead and write me some copy. Write me 3 variations that I can choose from. Write it in the style of the famous marketer Dan Kennedy with a call to action to book an appointment on my calendar. Write this for my poop scooping business. Once you prompt it here, you can give it the context as to your favorite marketer. Maybe that's Dan Kennedy, maybe that's Russell Brunson. You could play with different variations here. So then you can, at your own time, you can read through these and see which one. Now, a few things with AI when you're using it is, number one, it can hallucinate. So you do want to read everything, proofread it, because when you send out that email at the end of the day, you are the human on the other side that sent that email. There's a concept called human in the loop. So when you're working with artificial intelligence, just make sure you always put your stamp on it, that it's morally, it's ethically aligned, and it's aligned with your brand's voice if you're using this in a business context. Let's go to something else just a little bit more fun. Chat, now I want you to act as my health coach. You are a world-class health coach who is also extremely proficient in nutrition, who specializes in veteran care for people who have chronic low back pain. I'm going to be uploading all of my labs, my wearable devices like Aura and Whoop, results and data. After you receive all of this, I want you to conduct an interview for about 5 to 10 minutes to really get a sense of where I'm at currently compared to where I want to go in the next 5, 10 years of my life and for the rest of my life. And also help me to discover the why behind it is so important for me to have optimal health. So you can, of course, text this out. The ability to dictate, I believe, is just a lot faster. So here you can start to see that it's already personalized. This is my personal ChatGPT, so it's already kind of added some things that it does know about me. you can play with it, read it, and then of course continue to engage with it. For today's purpose, I'm just want to show you some things that are possible. So the key is just get started and work with it. As you start to learn more, you'll be able to do a lot of cool other things. So your mission, if you've never worked with ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, is to just commit to starting to engage with it, play with it, learn it, just get familiar with it. Here's some places that you could start. You could replace Google with AI for just 1 week. You can literally use it to search all your things. This is a great use case here, is snap a meal photo. So every time, you know how we used to take pictures on Instagram of our meals and we would upload it. Well, take a picture of your food and upload it into ChatGPT once it becomes your health coach and you've trained it a little bit, and it will actually track all of your macros. And that can go in alignment. Let's say you're trying to gain weight and bulk up, or let's say you're trying to lean out a little bit. Make sure that you're getting all the proper nutrition that you're looking for there. That's an excellent way to use AI. Ask it to write an email you've been putting off. Ask it something that you've been thinking about for quite a while. You can use it as a thought partner. And then, of course, you can use it to explore something that you've never actually fully understood. So this is how AI is helping you personally. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask those now. If not, we're going to go ahead and switch over to how AI can be used in the marketplace. And we'll talk a little bit more about the 3 silent revenue killers that are hiding in plain sight. So if no one has any questions, we'll switch over. Okay, so now we're going to switch hats and we're going to talk about deploying AI inside of our business. So I am going to speak a little bit fast so we can get through the material here. It's got some pretty amazing content in here. So the 3 revenue killers hiding in plain sight and how AI can fix them for good. So let me start off with a question for all the entrepreneurs in here, and just maybe ask yourself this question. How many of you would say out there your business is doing fine? Not terrible, not amazing, just fine. Like you're getting customers, you're making sales, you're paying the bills, but deep down, you know there's more there. More revenue you should be capturing, and you can't quite put your finger on why it's happening. Here's what I've discovered. Most businesses aren't failing because they're bad at what they do. They're hitting walls because 3 specific problems. And they're so common, so invisible that you don't even realize they're costing you money. I call them business blind spots. And today I'm going to show you exactly what they are and how much they're actually costing you and how AI can fix all 3 of them. Now, before we dive in, let's address the elephant in the room, artificial intelligence, with our dancing robot here. Some of you are excited, some of you are skeptical, but here's the reality. AI isn't coming, it's already here. According to McKinsey, over 60% of businesses like yours have already implemented AI. Your competitors are making the choice right now. The ones who figure out how to use AI to plug their revenue leaks, they're the ones who are going to be pulling ahead and fast. But the good news is you don't need to be an expert or a tech expert to begin. You just need to understand 3 specific problems that are happening inside your business today and how AI solves them in a way that's simple and immediate. Now, to preface all this, you do need to understand that customer behavior has fundamentally changed. Microsoft found that an average attention span online is 8 seconds. Harvard Business Review showed that if you respond to leads within 5 minutes, you're actually 21 times more likely to convert them versus if you wait just 30 minutes. 21 times. And Bright Local found that 85% of consumers, they won't leave a voicemail. They'll just call the next business. Customers expect instant responses. They expect your website to engage them immediately. And they expect you to answer every call. If you don't, someone else will. So here's what we're covering today. First, why websites stopped working in 2023 and what actually replaced them. Second, the real reason your leads are ghosting you. And third, the hidden price tag on every call you miss. My goals for you by the end of this presentation, you're going to see your business differently. You're going to understand where the leaks are, and you're going to know exactly how to fix them. All right, let's dive into revenue killer number one. Why websites stopped working in 2023 and what replaced them. But quick question, how many of you out there have a website? Go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat if you have a website. In a moment, maybe we can share our links. How many of you are actively driving traffic to your website right now via Facebook ads, Google, SEO, word of mouth, networking events, etc.? Most of you, here's my question. How's that working for you? Because here's what I'm seeing. More businesses are spending more on businesses are spending more than ever on traffic. I see a lot of ones dropping in the chat, so it's a little distracting. But conversation rates are actually getting worse. So we're investing more, but our conversation rates and conversion rates are actually getting worse. And most people have no idea why. So what happened? Simple. Customer behavior has changed. Remember that stat from earlier. The average attention span online is actually 8 seconds. That means when someone lands on your website, you have 8 seconds to engage them before they bounce. Chuck the deuces. Here's the problem. Most websites are built like digital brochures. They're passive. They sit there and wait for the customer to do something. Read, fill out a form, and then call. But today's customers, they don't want to work that hard. They want answers now. And your website simply can't provide that. They're gone. Let me show you what this costs. Let's say you're driving 1,000 visitors to your site every month, and your conversion rate is 2%, which is pretty average. That's 20 leads per month. Now, what if I told you that 80% of those visitors are bouncing within the first 30 seconds? That's 800 people who came to your site, looked around for a few seconds, and then left without booking, without calling, without doing anything. And why? Because your website didn't engage the lead fast enough. And here's the painful part. A lot of those people were interested and they just needed a little nudge. Your website couldn't give them that. So what replaced websites? Conversations. Today's customers want to have a conversation while they're on your site. They want to ask questions, they want to get answers, and they want to feel heard. That's where AI chat comes in. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, great, a chatbot, those things are annoying. And you're right. Most chatbots are annoying because they're dumb. But modern AI chat is different. It's conversational, it's smart, it actually helps, and it engages visitors the instant they land on your website. And here's how it works. Someone lands on your website, within 3 to 5 seconds, a chat widget pops up. It's not pushy, it's just friendly. Hey, what brings you in today? What questions do you have about body contouring or about your specific industry? What were you affected by the recent hailstorm if you were a roofer perhaps? The visitor types their question, the AI responds instantly with relevant information, taking the context of the conversation, and answers follow-up questions. And then when they're ready, it books them directly into your calendar, all in real time. Instead of waiting for them to think about it and never come back, according to Drift, businesses that use AI chat see an average conversion rate of 3x. So if you're converting at 2%, AI bumps you to 6%. Using that same example, instead of 20 leads per month, you're now getting 60. And what kind of impact would that have on your business? Same traffic, same ad spend, but 3 times the leads. So let's recap revenue killer number 1. Your website is getting traffic, but visitors are bouncing because they're not engaged fast enough. AI chat fixes that by starting conversations immediately, answering questions in real time, and guiding visitors towards booking. The result? More leads, more appointments, and then more sales. But the same traffic you're already getting, or from the same traffic you're already getting. Is this making sense so far to everybody? Just drop another 1 if everybody's still with me and it's still making sense. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to revenue killer number 2. Why leads are ghosting you. And here's a clue, it's not you. Ever had this problem? Someone fills out a form on your website or messages you on Facebook or Instagram. You reach out within an hour or two, which feels pretty responsive. But when you call or you email, nothing. You hear crickets. It's like they disappeared. Say bye to Homer Simpson here. So what happened? Here's the truth. They didn't ghost you because you weren't good enough. They ghosted you because someone else got to them first. Here's what's happening. The moment someone opts into your website, the algorithms kick into gear. Google, Facebook, Instagram, they all start showing that same person more ads, similar ads, adjacent product and service ads, even ads from your competitors immediately, because the platforms know this person is in a buying mode. So that same person who was just on your website 5 minutes ago, they're scrolling Facebook, seeing ads from 3 of your competitors. They're watching YouTube and getting hit with more competitor ads. They're literally being bombarded with options. And here's the brutal truth. It doesn't matter how good you are. What matters is who gets to them first. Remember that Harvard stat? If you respond within 5 minutes, you're 21 times more likely to convert them than if you wait 30 minutes. 21 times. It's insane, right? And here's why. When someone fills out a form, they're hot right now. They're motivated, but that motivation, it fades fast. Life happens, they get distracted, and suddenly that urgency, it's gone. Unless someone reaches out and engages them while they're still hot. While you're waiting to follow up, your competitors aren't. The smart ones are reaching out instantly in less than 5 minutes. And guess what happens? That lead who was on your website first is now talking to your competitor. By the time you reach out an hour later, they're already booked with someone else. Here's where AI follow-up comes in. Someone fills out a form, and within 60 seconds or less, they get a text. Hey, XYZ name, John, I saw your info came through our website. What has you interested in X, Y, or Z industry-specific service? Immediately, it's personal and it's engaging. The lead responds. The AI keeps the conversation going. It builds rapport. It makes them feel heard. And when they're ready, they book them into your calendar. All automatically. And while you're literally doing anything else, you got to them first. According to InsideSales.com, companies that respond within 1 minute are 391% more likely to convert than companies that wait for 5 minutes. 391%. That's nearly 4x your current conversion rate just from being faster. And AI gives you that speed automatically. So with silent revenue killer number 2, your leads aren't ghosting you because you're not good enough. They're ghosting you because someone else got there first. AI-powered follow-up solves this by engaging within 60 seconds or less, keeping the conversation going while they're hot, and booking them before your competitors even get a chance to speak to them. So again, more appointments, more conversations, and more sales, the life force of business. Now, are you starting to see the trend here? So let's hit that last one. Number 3, the hidden price tag on every call you miss. Quick question. How many calls do you think you're missing every week? Not just the ones that show up in the missed calls, but the ones where people called, didn't get an answer, and just moved on. Oops. Without leaving a voicemail, without trying again. Just gone. Most business owners assume if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail. Wrong. Like my guy in the hot dog suit here says, that's wrong. 85% of consumers and customers will not leave a voicemail. They just hang up and they call the next business. Think about your behavior. When's the last time you actually left a voicemail? Probably never, because it's annoying. You just call the next option because customers are doing the exact same thing. Your customers are doing the exact same thing. Now, let me show you what this costs. Let's say an average customer is worth $1,000. You're missing 10 calls per week. That's probably conservative. Let's say 1 in 5 was someone who was actually ready to buy and do business with you. That's 2 customers per week, $2,000 per week in lost revenue. That's $8,000 per month, $96,000 per year just from missed calls. And here's the thing, a lot of those people were you were their first choice. But when you didn't answer, they called the next business. And whoever answered first, that's who they went with, even if that business wasn't as good as you, but simply because they answered the phone and you didn't. Harsh, but I get it. You can't answer every call. You're with customers, you're on other calls, you're running your business, but AI can. Here's what an AI receptionist does. And imagine this for a second. Someone calls, AI answers immediately in a natural voice. Hey, thanks for calling. Your business name. How can I help you? The caller explains what they need. The AI will ask some qualifying questions, and then it books them into your calendar if they're ready. It takes their info for a callback, it transfers them to you if needed, all done automatically. The AI doesn't just answer, it makes people feel heard. It creates forward momentum, and by that time the call ends, the person feels like they're already working with you. So they stop looking, they stop calling other businesses because the problems are being handled. So let's recap revenue killer number 3. You're missing calls. Every missed call is a potential customer calling your competitors. 85% won't leave a voicemail. AI receptionist answers every call every time. It qualifies leads, it books appointments, and it makes people feel heard. So again, more appointments, more customers, and more sales from calls you're already getting, but currently missing. Now, let's bring it all home. Revenue killer number 1, website not engaging fast enough. AI chat starts conversations immediately. Revenue killer number 2, not reaching leads while they're hot. AI follows up, engages within 60 seconds or less. Revenue killer number 3, missed calls from ready buyers. AI receptionists will answer the calls now 24/7. These aren't complicated problems, but they're costing you real money every single day. But here's the thing. Now that you know about these leaks, you can't unsee them. And honestly, that's kind of the point, because knowing where the problem is, that's half the battle. But here's where most people get stuck. They leave presentations like this, fired up and motivated, ready to make changes, but then they get back to their business and life happens. They're not sure where to start, which tool or tools to use first, how to set it up for their specific situation or for their business so nothing changes. And 3 months, 6 months, or even a year down the road from now, they're still bleeding revenue from these same 3 leaks. And I don't want that for you. So here's what I'm offering. I'm opening up a handful of spots on my calendar for a free 30-minute AI game plan call. No high pressure pitch, no pressure at all. Just you and me going through your business specifically and mapping out exactly where I would start. Which leaks are costing you the most? What tools make sense for your specific situation? And a step-by-step game plan that you can walk away with. And by the end of the call, you'll know exactly what to do next. And if you want to tackle it yourself, perfect. You'll have the roadmap. And if you want help implementing it, we can talk about what that could look like. There's zero obligation. I'm not going to twist your arm. This is just me making sure that you actually do something with what you've learned today. Now, fair warning, I'm only doing 10 of these calls because honestly, I don't have time to do more than that right now. And based on the amount of people here today and who will be seeing the recording of this hereafter, the spots are going to be filling up fast. So if you're even remotely interested, here's your chance. Go ahead and grab your phone out right now, scan the QR code or go to the link I'm about to share with you. Pick a time that works for you, and let's get you a game plan set up so you can go out and execute it. So if you would like, please take your cell phones out or take a screenshot of this. You can scan the QR code. I'll give you guys just a moment. Okay. There might be a recording available later so people can access this link later. But go ahead and snap that picture now or take a screenshot for you to book a link or book a meeting later with me. Okay. So the worst case scenario, hopefully you grab that, is you spend 30 minutes with me and you walk away knowing exactly how to plug in these links. Best case scenario, we work together and you stop leaving money on the table. Either way, you win. So don't overthink it. Just scan the code, book the call, and let's fix this. I appreciate you giving me your time today, everybody here that's live and that will be watching the recording after. Now go ahead and grab that spot before someone else does, and I'll talk to all of you soon. And if you have any questions, come find me after this and we can just have a nice conversation and chat a little bit more. Thank you again to this entire community for being here. Thank you to Veteran Social Summit. Thank you, Ryan, also for allowing me to jump on here and be a co-host for today. I think you're muted.
Of course. Thank you for joining us, Kenneth. You just dropped some nuclear value on us, so appreciate it. For those that are out there, you can head over to Blue Ronin AI, or if you got the QR code, definitely hit us up there. Obviously, if you've registered for the event, we have your email, but also you have
the microphone is a little choppy, Ryan. Just FYI.
Can you hear me a little bit better now?
No.
Oh boy, here we go. There's always an issue. Can you hear me better now?
I kind of want to say yes, but
you kind of want to say no. Anyways, we'll provide this information, and we thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. And if there's any Q&As, you can drop those in now, and if not, we'll talk a little bit later, guys.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate you, and take care, and welcome to the Veteran Social.